Very good evening to everyone. We are here with yet another session. Today we are here with Indu Shree. She is final year student of BNYS from S. Vyasa University, and she has recently completed her training in fitness from American Council of Exercise Certified Personal Trainer and a nutritional fitness training. So, with this small introduction, I would like to welcome you on our platform on your growth and would like to take a delight that you are here with all of us to share your experiences with this journey of ACE certified trainer. Thank you.
So thank you, Dr. Bhavit, for giving me the introduction, also giving me the opportunity on this platform. I feel extremely privileged. So yeah, today I'm here to speak about my experience as a ACE certified personal trainer, and also what is the importance of that, and what are various training modules which are provided. So like most of the people don't know about what is this ACE certification is all about. It is for the individual who wish to come in the fitness industry and want to be personal trainers. This is issued by American Council of Exercise, and this mainly contains of all the basic fundamentals of exercise and the risk analysis, behavioral changes that are made in a client, and also it is mainly focused on client centered exercise modules. Like different client need different varieties of exercises, for example depending on their body type, health status, or their goals. And also the main important basic foundation is the risk analysis, because as you have seen, like many people are getting cardiac arrest, or a person with asthma. So all these things are taken into consideration. And along with this ACPT, CPR, first aid, AED training is also given, and which is a very mandatory for personal trainers to if any cardiac arrest, or so that time a personal trainer should know how to do a CPR training. And I would like to give a small, like, what is this all about. ACE CPT exam consists of exam consists of 720 marks, in which you have to score above 500. And also it's not that once you complete the certification it's permanent. Every 2 years you have to renew the certificate. So you this is done by attending the workshops. You have to collect two CEC points and all. So I would like to give a bit of my backstory, like why, as a BNY student, why I took this certification. To be honest, like I was very obese. Like 3 4 years back, my BMI was 32. So I didn't know the correct method of nutrition or any training program and all. I used to like do skip meals or do lot of cardio. In the treadmill I used to like go for 5 kilometers in the treadmill, all those stuff. So at the end of 2 3 weeks, I used to have like severe knee pain, and I got to know that resistance training is very much important. Then I started lifting weight. I didn't know the proper posture, like how to lift weight and all. Like I used to like shoulder shrugging. I never used to tuck my chin, all those things. So I used to like get severe um, shoulder pain as well. So as for my personal interest, then I went for this certification. Then I trained myself, and today I'm very happy that I'm helping other people and I'm training others as well. So like, is there any other certification apart from mace? Yes, there are other certifications also. One is the EREP certification, which is issued by European Registry of Sports Exercise Council. And also one more is ACSM certification, which is issued by American Council of College of Sports Medicine. In the AREPS, you have to go for this practical exams also, and there are many other local bodies in India which are issuing certification, but it is not a international one. So this was it, what is about all the ACE certification and all. And it is very sad to know that in India, about 80 to 90% of the personal trainers do not have any sort of certification. But yes, they do have good practical knowledge, but they fail to do the risk analysis. For example, a person might be on any sort of medication. He might be on a diuretic. For a person who is like on a diuretic medication, he has to like properly be hydrated prior the workout and even post workout also. And a person suffering from asthma, exercise induced asthma are also a major risk. And a person who gets a cardiac arrest, a personal trainer must know immediately how to give a CPR and also first aid for other injuries and stuff. And most of the personal trainers, they do not correct the posture of the client, they just go for load training, all those stuff. So certification is necessary for doing the risk analysis and reducing the threat to a client. So this is all about it. So I would like to even share that yes, nutrition comes up to 70%, but rest 30% is about all about workout. It's just 30%, but still, it majorly it might do harm or it might be beneficial. For example, a person might be going in a wrong workout module, or where he's only in the weight machine, he can see the numbers going down, and he feels that okay, yeah, I'm losing weight, but in fact he's losing only, maybe he's losing his lean muscle, not his body fat, water weight. So correct training program is very much necessary. For some people, they mainly concentrate on cardio training, where they forget about resistance training and they fail to put up on lean body mass. So all these things are there. So I would like to just give an example. For example, a client who is 58 years old comes to us with a medical issue, that he is like taking some blood pressure tablets, cholesterol, his LDL level is very high, and he comes with his family history of a parent having a heart attack. So we need to do the risk analysis. For example, if he is 58 years old, then automatically the risk factor is 1. Then if he is having a family history, then it's 2. Then if he's having LDL levels too high, then it's 3. Then if he's having any chest pain, then it's 4. For these clients, it's very necessary. They have to take medical clearance form before starting a workout. So all these things. Then now, and yeah, and one more thing is how we train a client is, first, it's very necessary to build a rapport with the client. A rapport is very necessary. Then we give them health frequency questionnaire, where a lot of other things are also asked, like their past history, their family history, as I already mentioned, and their signs and symptoms. Are they feeling any sort of chest pain, or are they feeling breathlessness? So all these things are done, and we make the risk analysis. Then we train, like we make the exercise program for them. So yeah, now let me like present my screen.
Right? Recording in. Okay, yeah. I would be discussing some of the crucial elements, like what I learned as being a certified personal trainer, and what are certain exercise methods in that. So, as I already told, when we build a rapport with the client, we give them health frequency questionnaires. After answering all those questionnaires, we ask the client, like, what is their goal? We refer this goal as SMART goal. Like S is SMART, SMART goal: specific, measurable, achievable, reliable, and time bound. For specific, in the sense they want to go for either weight loss training or lean muscle gain training program, or athlete. It should be measurable, like their how much kg they want to reduce, and it should be achievable. I mean, it should be very much realistic, and it should be relevant. For a marathon runner, it's not necessary that he's going and building a very bulk body and stuff, and it should be time, in what time period they need to achieve these goals and all. So for example, a client might come to us and he says that I need to lose 5 kgs in another 10 days. But many personal trainers encourage, okay, you just start the exercise program and you start the strict diet, you'll lose 5 kgs. But we need to make them understand that losing 2 to 3 kgs per month is healthy, but not losing 5 kgs in just 2 weeks. So we should give realistic expectations from the client as well. And very beginner might come to us and say, I need to go for this 5 kilometer marathon, I need to complete this in just 30 minutes. This, like, I need to improve my cardiovascular in just 3 weeks. So we need to make them understand, yes, in 3 weeks you would definitely, the cardiorespiratory efficiency would definitely increase, but reaching 5 kilometer in just 30 minutes is like, it's not realistic. We need to, minimum amount of 6 to around 8 weeks of training is very much required for them. So these are, and also like there are like lot of YouTube videos in which they say that lose 10 kgs in just 10 days. So all these, the client would be having more knowledge of about nutrition than us. So they would look into this, all these YouTube videos, and come to us, and they're like, and we give some workout plan, and they're uh, following some different nutrition plan and all. So all these things would be of risk. So we need to have a good rapport, and we need to explain them certain things. This is, so this is this, and these are the workout methods, and this is the amount of calories you need to intake. So yeah. And also for my personal experience, it is like very interesting to know like what stage the client is in. For example, he might be in the pre-contemplation stage. In this stage, he's like extremely obese, or he doesn't care about his health at all. Like, even though like he doesn't have the knowledge at all, like okay, this might harm my health in this way. So for these clients, we need to explain them. If you are like your BMI is more than 30, you might be, there might be a chances that you might get cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, all those stuff. We need to explain them. If they're in the contemplation stage, in which the clients know, okay, I know I am obese, but I'm not getting that interest to go and do the workout and all, and they give like lot of excuses that okay, I don't have time, or they see this news and all, and they say uh, if I do exercise, some wrong things might happen to me. So all these things, so we need to explain them, these are the benefits of exercise. And we majorly we use the techniques like motivation interviewing techniques and all we use. And next is a preparation stage, in which here the client is actually doing something for his health, like he's following some here some nutrition plan, and he's maybe working out, maybe not consistent, but he's working out 2 to 3 times a week. So for this client, there is extremely necessary, so that I give a strong push for this client by lot of extrinsic motivation, and giving them different varieties of workout plan, and making them interested in doing the workout. And the action stage, this action stage, like they might last up to like 1 or 2 months. Here the client is like extremely is very enthusiastic, and is following proper diet, and is coming to the workout every 5 days a week and all. But this enthusiasm won't be there after 2 months. We need to again incorporate like lot of other workout plans as well. And finally, the maintenance stage. Here the client he is doing his workout plan for maybe 6 months, and after 6 months he is like literally bored to follow the same workout plan. So he might tend to drop out of the exercise. So whatever is done in 6 months is like going waste in another 6 months. So we need to like lot of teaching a workout is not a great thing, but motivating the client to stick on to the workout is like a big huge challenge for a trainer. So yeah, so it's not that all the client come to us and they say that I need to lose weight or I need to build muscle. First and foremost, the client might want to increase their function. For example, he might be having runner's knee or other any problems, so he'll not be able to climb the stairs as well. So for them, we need to focus on more of stability and mobility exercises. And next is health. Here in health, you might be having certain metabolic disorder, diabetes, obesity. So for them, we need to like guide with proper nutrition. If so, since I'm a BNS, I can provide them nutrition. For others who are just done their ACPT training, they need to undergo and they might need to refer them to a registered dietitian for nutrition. And next comes the fitness. So here the client has reached his optimum health. Now either he needs to gain muscle, or he needs to like go up to the fat. He has to lose fat. So this is all about fitness. Here mainly we concentrate on uh, cardio, resistance, flexibility, uh, increasing the endurance, mind, body, all those comes under fitness. And finally is the performance. This is mainly for the people who are into athlete, like competition, for majorly for athletes or weightlifters, etc. So this is the sequence how we train people. It's not that you go and jump directly into the fitness. So next is this functional movement and resistance training. As you have seen, like most of the trainers, they, as soon as a client goes to them, they just add loads. They give the weight training, like give 5 kg, 6 kg, which is not correct, because their posture might be wrong while doing the workout. For example, while doing a squat, their knee position might not be proper, like it's giving a lot of pressure on their knees. So this exercise might do more harm to the client than benefit. So we need to come in a sequence while giving resistance training. First is the stability and mobility, and next is the movement training. Movement training, after the posture is corrected, we need to make sure the client is performing his movement in a very controlled and systematic way. And next comes the load training. In this load training, the weights are given after the first two phases. The weights are given to a client, in which this is also done in a very progressive manner, which I would be explaining later. And later is the performance. This is not for everyone. This is just for a person who wants to go for competition or heavy body weight, like heavy weightlifters and all. And next is the cardiorespiratory training. Even in this, directly a person cannot go and increase his aerobic capacity and all. So first we make sure the client is very comfortably just jogging on a treadmill in a very low pace for at least 20 to 30 minutes. When he is comfortable in that pace, then we shift on to the aerobic efficiency level. Aerobic efficiency is that you are you're decreasing the time and you're increasing the pace of the client. And next is the anaerobic endurance phase, in which mainly on the speed we concentrate on the duration. So for how long a client can run, this is mainly for people who want to increase their endurance and wants to go for any marathon, 5 kilometer running, all those things. And finally is the anaerobic power. This is mainly for sprint runners and all. So yeah, this is what I explained. Yeah, this is what I was speaking. Directly before jumping into load training, correcting the postural deviation is very much necessary for them. First is the foot inversion and eversion. See, as you can see in the image, the foot is aligned this way, this way, inversion or eversion. This is majorly due to either tibial tightening or loosening of the tibial muscles and all. So we need to correct these things before jumping into the workout. So next is the knee valgus. Knee valgus is faced by most of the clients. While doing a squat, their knee might be aligned inwards. This is majorly due to the tightening of the inner quads, inner thigh muscles. Due to the tightening of the inner thigh muscles, the knee would be aligned inward. This might be a great risk, because all the body weight is literally going on his knee. So we need to correct this posture before adding on load to a person. Next is pelvic tilt. In pelvic tilt, majorly, there is loosening or tightening of majorly 4 set of muscle. It might be the hamstring, the back of the thigh, or it might be the quads in front of the thigh, or it might be the abdominal muscles, or a tightness in the lower back muscles. So if there is tightness in the lower back or quads, it might be lead to anterior pelvic tilt, or vice versa, it leads to posterior pelvic tilt. So we need to adjust their pelvic to a neutral position before going into other stuff like deadlifts or bench press, all those things. So next is, this is the most common mistake, arching of the back. So you can see in the first image, the girl is literally, it's like a rounded type of shoulder. Here the pressure is falling on her tibial bone. So this might be a risk actually. And the second one is the correct posture, where there is no arching, and even she is not shrugging her shoulder, and even her chin is intact. So finally, the third picture shows here the lumbar region is there is extreme curvature in the lumbar region. This is not because of lordosis or any such things. This is because a lack of glute activation. Her glute muscles are extremely weak, by which it is compensated by her lumbar arching of the lumbar region. So for this, we need to correct this posture before adding weights in the squat position. So next is the shoulder shrugging. So this is like one more like common mistake as a beginner, which even I did when I was a beginner. Like shoulder shrugging is all about elevating the shoulders and making it front. This is what we tend to do on a daily basis. Whenever we sit, we just sit like this. So this is majorly because of the tight pec muscles. So when during our workout, we need to maintain the shoulder pack, like making our depressed shoulders and making our shoulder turn backwards. So that packing of the shoulders is very much necessary when doing all the upper body workout and all. So this is the forward head posture. This occurs because of imbalance in the tightness or losing of the neck muscles, in which it results in the forward. Always while doing workout, we need to keep our chin intact, like this. Chin intact must be necessary, and shoulder should not be shrugged. So this is an example of a correct squat position. You can see the upper trunk and the lower trunk are aligned in a parallel manner, and his shoulder is intact, and even his head is not forward. And you can see it's like a figure four position. So until and unless the client reaches this position, we should not add any sort of load to his workout, because if he's doing a wrong posture, maybe he's carrying some 5 kgs and doing a squat, there is like lot of pressure in the knee if that happens. So posture must be corrected, then the movement training is done, then the load is added. So this is the correct sequence. So yeah, so I like we discussed about what are all the postural deviations, and now comes how to correct these postural deviations. These postural deviations are corrected by majorly the stability and mobility exercises. So for doing the foot stability exercises, majorly we concentrate on single stance exercises, like one foot is grounded on the floor and movements are done with the other foot. And we should make sure there is no inversion or eversion in the foot. So next is the ankle mobility. In ankle mobility, so you can see the sequence actually. So what happens is, on a daily basis we use our foot a lot. So by this what happens is our foot becomes extremely like mobile. The mobility in the foot is increased. So in exercise module, we are concentrating on stability of the foot. So the ankle steps, we do not like make our ankle movements much. So we are concentrating on ankle mobility. So foot stability and ankle mobility. So next comes to the knee. So we walk a lot, so usually our ankle our knee is more mobile. So we concentrate on knee stability exercises. We majorly concentrate on lunges and make sure the knee is not inverted or everted. The knee is not in an invert form. And we can also do this by placing this balls, exercise balls, when we need to keep that ball between our knee so that the knee position is intact. So, and we do not like do a lot of hip exercises daily. So we need to concentrate on hip mobility workout. So finally, yeah, the scapular stability, as I already told, we like on the normal basis are because of our tight pectoralis muscles, we do the shoulder shrugging stuff. So in order to make it more stable, we do this sort of exercises where we sleep in the supine position and we tend to lift our hand backwards. This is what we do. And yeah, these are all the postural corrections. First, we need to correct all the postures of the client before going into the movement training. So in the movement training, for example, push-up. In the first thing you can see, arching of the back is extreme. There is extreme arching of the back. So this we need to correct before placing any weights on his back. So yeah, so this is movement training. And even in lunges, it is like most important that a client doesn't place his knee in front of his ankle, because if he does this, there is like more of pressure on his tibial bone. And you can also see his back is also arched. So you have seen that during lunges heavy weights and all added. So before adding heavy weights, we need to make sure his posture is aligned, then only we need to add the weights to a client. So yeah, this is the correct method of lunges. These are like few examples which I gave. Like what are these minute mistakes only will tend to cause problems in the future actually. Yeah. So finally, this is load training. So you just can't go to a client and just give like lift 5 kgs or lift 6 kgs. We need to know their 1 RM. 1 RM is nothing but 1 rep max. So we give some weights for a client and see how many repetitions do they perform. If they are able to do 4 repetitions, okay, they are performing 90% of their 1 RM. So we need to find out the 1 RM, then we need to increase the sets or repetitions. So this is the order, like how we train a client. For example, first we start with 5 kgs and he is able to do only around 8 repetitions. So until and unless he goes up to 10 repetitions, we should not give him any weights. So when he completes this 10 repetitions, we are increasing the sets in a client. For example, he can do 1 or 2 sets. Now he should, we must make sure that he completes 3 sets with 10 repetitions. So after this is done, we need to decrease their rest period. Like between each and every set, usually we give 1 minute or 2 minutes of resting period. We need to decrease the rest period for maybe 30 seconds or 45 seconds. So after all this is done, we mainly concentrate on the improving the form, as I already told, like keeping their shoulders intact, their knee, all this we need to improve their form and increase the frequency. Frequency is nothing but maybe they are training one group of the muscle once a week, so we can do like one group of muscle twice a week. So we need to increase their frequency. So when all this is done, then we give them other extra 0.5 kgs. Then the cycle continues. So this is referred to as progressive overload. This is the correct sequence in order to train their client. And this is another important method where a client might be having like many other expectations. It's like if you want to bulk your muscles, there is a different repetitions and sets. If you want just muscle strength, for example, Bruce Lee has like extreme muscle strength. That is totally different. Like there is no bulk in the muscles, but muscle strength is there. For that, for example, let us start from power. Power is just like in one time, how much weight can you lift in one repetition. So for these exercises, we mainly concentrate on high speed. We are giving them high speed exercises with low repetitions, but with moderate in order to increase their power. Muscular strength is nothing but here we are giving them high more weights with low repetitions, maybe 5 to 6 repetitions, but here we give them more sets, 3 to 5 sets with 5 to 6 repetitions. And next is muscle hypertrophy, increasing the bulk of the muscle. Here we give them maybe moderate, like it's intermediate, like giving them 8 to 10 repetitions and maybe 3 to 4 sets. So this is different. Muscular endurance is like how long can you, like what is the duration can you hold the can you do the repetitions. Here we give like low weights. If a client can lift up to 10 kgs, we give them 5 kgs and we give them a low weight with high repetitions. The repetitions might go up to 20 to 25. Yeah, maybe 20 to 25. And last is the neuromuscular control and balance. This is done for the very beginner client, where we give them extremely low weights. We start with 2 kgs and we give moderate repetitions, that is 8 to 10 repetitions. And we make sure that he is doing that in a very low speed with correct posture. So this is how we give the sequence of the exercise. And also we have like many other training modules like 2 split training, 3 split training, or 5 split training. In 2 split training, it's like we do 1 day lower body, 2 days 3 days rest, and we go for the lower body training. And 3 split, it's like chest and triceps, shoulder and bicep, chest and triceps, shoulder and biceps, and leg day, abs day. So we divide the program into um, 3 days. And finally is the 5 split training. So there are like very different types of split training programs. And one more thing is that after every muscle group exercise, we need to give the muscle rest. At least 48 hours is very much mandatory before working on the same muscle, or else there are chances that he might lose his lean body mass. So this is the sequence for aerobic exercises, in which 5 minutes of warm-up is very mandatory, along with this endurance training. After that, cooling down, in which a lot of stretching exercises and all are done. If this is done, the risk of injury will reduce. It's not that when you go for running, you just can't go and run for 5 kilometers. Before that, you need to warm up your muscle, then go for this running. Then immediately you need to cool down. And also in this cardiorespiratory program training, there are other methods of training as well, in which there is steady state training, in which a person is asked to run for a few kilometers in a same pace, and there is no sort of variation in running, no variation in the speed of running. So, but in circuit training program, here the client might run 1 minute very fast. The next 30 seconds, there is slow speed, fast and slow speed. So this is circuit training, in which it gives the chance for the muscle to fuel its energy back, and a client can go up to long periods of running without getting tired. So yeah, so thank you. This was my presentation.
So thank you so much, Indu Shree, and we would like to ask you just two more things from my end. One would be that how do you think this training would be useful as a BMI stop?
Yeah, this is like most of the people have asked me as well, like, you are a yoga trainer, like why are you doing this course as a fitness trainer? But yeah, majorly it's not that you always do cardio or any other stuff. It's very much necessary that you go for resistance training as well, like increasing the lean body mass. So that is it.
Yeah.
You are asking regarding how it will help in our career.
Like, how do you think that the importance of the fitness training? I do believe that it is important as you are a yoga instructor, but at the same time, there is a myth that you cannot do the gym things or gym workout or the yoga things. You can integrate both the things as per your plan. But how do you see and what is your message to the students who wanted to pursue these things?
Yeah. One thing I should say, too much of anything is really very bad. Even in flexibility training, also there are like many cases when you're extremely flexible. Like for example, when you do like too much of back bending, there are chances that abdominal muscles is extremely loose. To incorporate that, resistance training is very much important. And a person who is doing more of resistance training and is not concentrating on flexibility, so what happens there is that his muscle bulk might be increased, but when we ask them to touch their hand to the feet, it is not possible. There is risk, like other risks are associated with this. So it's like I'm saying, all the resistance training, flexibility, cardio, everything is very much important in a person, not only flexibility.
So that's what most important point from this session we wanted to make it out,
Yes.
that the training should be integrated. As you are a yoga instructor, it is an add-on point to learn such fitness training process to add on when you teach to a client, to a patient, or to anyone who it is for therapeutic purpose or for the general purpose. It serves an idea that complete training you are providing if you're missing some part of it through you. Because every system is not complete, you need a support from other system. and that is how you have done it. And my next question would be, what are the courses? Like people might fall into the false courses. They do not know how to search for the right course. Then how do you suggest those people to go through it?
We must see if the course is accredited by any sort of university. Like what this course which I have done is it is accredited by American Council of Exercise University, and other courses are there, ACSM, as I already told, American Council of College of Exercise, American College of Exercise Institute and all. We must see the aggregation, like is it aggregated or not. If it is not aggregated, even though a person might do the certification, it's waste. And even in like many in the local gyms and all, they're issuing the certificate like in 30 days you can be just not even there is no exam also, like with if they attend the 30 days of training, they'll issue some certificate. So they have to see all these things.
Okay, so thank you so much. Your time and your session was really good, and we have learned many things on how we can learn and how we can remove the myths when we do any kind of practices. And this is just a prompt, like we can say, it's not the complete training what she told here in the class. She just told that if you are interested, do learn from the certified coaching institutes and then perform these things. So with this, I would like to thank you once again to come on our. Thank you everyone.